today I'm going to be joined by Nevercry2020 for a podcast on the future of Teltale and The Walking Dead. Yes, R.I.P. Teltale Games. So basically, Teltale recently has tweeted about Teltale's been closing, and they might finish The Walking Dead season 4, and that's a big might. They are gonna do. They're gonna.
People working on it.
Yeah, they got 25 people working on it. They are gonna finish episode 2. They've already canceled. They've already canceled the Guardians of the Galaxy and Stranger Things. Telltale series, but what if they cancel The Walking Dead? The last season, one of their biggest games yet. And I'm joined by Nevercry.
They can't hit any other publisher because they won't be able to get it right.
Yeah, nobody will get to have what The Walking Dead had. It was such just a short budget from working on The Walking Dead, the original season. They got so much money, and then they just started buying more contracts, and they just started to create more games and just produce them yearly. Not even yearly, like 3 games per year, and it was just getting overrun, and they didn't have their special mark like they did with the Jurassic Park Telltale series and Sam and Max.
But eventually, they started overworking their people because those contracts got way too demanding.
And then they just the horrible year of 2018 came for Teltale, and it just stopped completely. They just stopped in development. Well, not completely, but they are going to soon. And
now we never know what happens to Clem and
AJ. Episode 2 is coming out, and the Whispers are coming. So is Lily, and they're just like throwing stuff at us, just like, oh, here, take this. Oh no, hold on, also take this. And they've just been doing this for like the past years or so, and it is completely
they didn't go out with a huge bang. They're taking it like a champ, and usually they just whenever they cancel off something or do a finale of it, they always just go out with a huge bang. But here it looks like they're just taking the hit.
Also, if they do finish The Walking Dead, then episode 4 will probably consist of Clem dying, then AJ having to shoot her, and then the cycle will keep continuing over and over and over again. And basically,
go AJ.
Go AJ, go. Go AJ, go.
Alright, so the cycle will probably continue with AJ, and then the next person, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one.
Your brother really just try to take over your mic?
So basically here's what I think is gonna happen. In episode 2, things are gonna go down, like real down. The place is gonna be on fire. They're gonna have to go out. Some people are gonna die. And then episode 3 is gonna roll in. We're gonna find a new survivor. Then one of the new returning characters. And then someone else is gonna die. And then episode 4, everyone around us is just leaving. We don't know what's happening. And then they just wrap up everything.
Find a zombie.
Yep. But something strange.
Like Rod Proby, and I cannot do it right.
Something strange about the Telltale games I've noticed is post Walking Dead and before The Walking Dead and after The Walking Dead. Before The Walking Dead, their games were like amazing, and they were such on a low budget as well. Now
7 Days to Die.
yeah. And
About
now
to get finished up, and then it's dead. It's gone.
Yeah,
It's
and
taken
now
like
there are new games like there's only a couple of games that are actually good from their new era. The Walking Dead Season 2, all the Walking Dead games except for Season 3. That was basically the battle of the communities. And then
Season 3 was
Season 2 I say is pretty good.
Yeah,
And then
Season 2 was like the chronicles of what happened after, and then Season 3 was...
Season 3 was horrible. Michonne
was like the bootleg game
no
you get
offense, but
trilogy.
no offense, but Michonne was not what we needed for like a extra Walking Dead game. Yeah, we all know characters around her are gonna die, but she's gonna be untouched because
It's part of the TV show.
Yeah.
So, you know, she's part of the TV show, she can't die, so you can't really be expecting much.
Yeah. Just everyone around her to die. I have done a playthrough, and I have kind of enjoyed it. And but I did say it was the worst season out of all of them, even worse than Season 3. I did a playthrough on that, and it's all right. It's not the best thing in the world.
Could definitely be better.
Yeah, it could be better.
It's like Black Ops 3. It started off terrible because, well, nothing good came of it, and then eventually it got rested.
The reason I hated Michonne is because just
you already know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, you already know what's gonna happen. She's gonna survive. But wait 1 second. I hated those dang child scenes. She barely ever talks about her children in the show.
I don't know what happened to her children. You play a video game, pay $20 for that, pay an extra $15, and you know what happened to her children, huh?
Yeah, and literally, this is the last option where you can go with her. We can stay with your children. Sam will pull you out anyway. Samantha will pull you out anyway.
Well, you need Samantha from Call of Duty Zombie now.
But seriously, in all honesty, Michonne is like really bad because. And in all honesty, Michonne is just bad because just the characters have no meaning. It was rushed.
You really have like no choice of what really happens because you already know what happens. Like,
are you gonna kill Randall, or are you gonna break his finger some more? Obviously, you're gonna keep him alive, so then you could trade for your friends.
It's like releasing a Walking Dead TV show, like the final episodes of Walking Dead TV show, and then releasing the comic. Like, what's gonna happen? Nobody knows. Like, yeah, we do. Saw the TV show.
Yeah, saw the been there, done that, but.
And then I don't even know what they're doing with the comic book anymore, because they're like, hey, this guy who played your son, Coral, he's dead now. We need some way to raise.
There's also a guy with a tiger.
Yeah, tigers. I didn't know we were playing Dead Rising 2.
Alright, so hold on. Let's go from the start and observe it from there. Teltale signed a contract with The Walking Dead to make an amazing game called The Walking Dead. The game.
And well, they already had been known for like Sam and Max, so...
Sam and Max, the Jurassic Park.
We'd give it a try.
So episode 1 was phenomenal, and by the 3rd week, they already sold 1.5 million copies, which is just completely insane. And by the second episode, so many people bought it. More copies started rolling in. Like, literally, you could go to your local GameStop, and every single Walking Dead disc game would be off the shelves. It was completely phenomenal.
You have to go to digital PSN. I mean, we all know how bad that is sometimes. I mean, it's like, you go to GameStop, you find a game for like $15, and like, oh, I wonder if I can get a deal for maybe on PlayStation Plus. And then you go on PlayStation, it's like, hey, this 8-year-old game, it's $50.
Yeah. It's also something really good about Teltale is their episode. Their like we all know what's gonna happen in each episode. Episode 1, you interact with the characters and find more. So you have to make a big choice at the end. Episode 2, more character development, and something big and phenomenal happens.
No, I would have said episode 2 was like gaining off the characters and also reflecting off the choice you chose. Episode 1, because in like season 1, episode 3, I mean season 1, episode 2, instead of freaking, hey, I'm the guy who does like a trap, and then the girl with the gun actually, you know, holds up the people because one bell isn't gonna do anything. Oh, I tripped over a bell. We gotta run, dude.
Episode 3.
I really could have just shot people in the head and left.
Episode 3.
Episode 3 is like, well, we can't live off your choice forever. It's not gonna keep you alive forever.
Episode 3 was my favorite episode of the whole entire season. You can argue with me for hours, and I will still say it's the best season. So best episode ever. Because
it had the most character reflective choices at the end.
Yeah. But you know what I didn't like?
You
know what I didn't like about it though?
What?
Lily would kill the life that you save no matter what. Which is kind of dumb.
I mean, she's already been shown to be unstable considering what happened after you quote unquote got her dad killed, when in reality you might have actually been a zombie because you didn't have anything. Or heart attack pills.
Actually, if you something funny about episode 2, if in the original game, not in the collection, in the original game, when you're pushing on his heart, he actually shows to be breathing through his mouth before Kenny smashes his head in. So who knows? What if Larry did survive?
Would a cow like? Feel free to correct me on this, people of Kenny's stature, but would one cowlick that's probably made out of like that really smash somebody's brain in half? It's a cowlick. I can lift it above my head and easy peasy. Smash on your head, half your brain is broken.
But hold on. We have to find out how much force Kenny's smashing it in and how strong he is. And guess what? We ain't no game theorists, so.
Well, you saw him fight off zombies with his handgun.
Yeah, that was pretty strong.
5.
That was pretty strong in my opinion.
But like, it's a cowlick. You really think he's gonna like?
Me a salt lick?
Slam it down with the power of Zeus and instantly kill Larry with that? I do not think so.
But. Here, also going back on the season 4, how they're gonna end it. You want to know why I think they're not gonna? You want to know why I think they're gonna end it? So not gonna. So then you end it like their way, not just like leaving it just unfinished, because they already have all the achievements there on the game. If you have the game, all the achievements are already there.
That was kind of you. Release a new game because. Eventually, like 2 months after the game is out, they released, if you didn't have the money for it, they'd release episode 1 for free. And then, like, episode 2 came out, and if you had episode 1, like, the pre-order, or, like, the original first 2-month buy, you'd get a, like, $10 discount on the next episode.
Yeah. But episode 3, just everything goes mad, raiders come, take all your supplies, Duck gets bitten.
The entire family's gone.
Yeah, hold on. Duck gets bitten. Katya gets her head basically split open. And then here's what happens next. You get out of the RV. Lily thinks Ben freaking stole the supply. Sorry, giving the Raiders supplies.
Ben / Carly.
Sorry, I said Ben. then Doug, I'm just gonna call it Dougley. Dougley is like
Dougalo.
Alright, so Doug/Carly is also gonna get blamed. So Carly sticks up for herself and calls Lily out, but while Doug just sits there.
Well, the only reason Lily didn't shoot Doug is because she knows he won't be able to do that. Because friggin' he has alarms. I don't think he would go back in his own alarm system. And then Carly actually had confidence of Miss Crazy with the rifle and the sniper tower over there.
And then, but I have a question. If Lily had a rifle, how come it didn't show up inside the RV?
If she had a rifle, she put it in her cabin, and then eventually, on her escape, she was like, I don't need this rifle, the Raiders can have it. It's a consolation prize. For not being able to steal her stuff, you can have my rifle.
Yeah, but after that, they drive, find a train. If you chose to take Lily with you, she'll steal the RV.
Wasn't a boat, but they found a train.
But
okay, that's a dragon.
We go by almost every single transportation except for plane and boat. Technically, we're about to get on a boat, so I'm Kenny's boats. All right. Enough of this.
On my big boat.
So after that, they're on the train ride, and Duck starts feeling very ill.
Starts to feel oofed.
Yeah, start to feel oofed. But when season 1 first released, if you were silent to Kenny the whole entire time, he would push you out and slam the door shut, and then you would walk back into the train station, and there would be blood all over the floor. There would be Clementine's hat, and then a bitten duck would just come out and just push you off.
We'd be like, you didn't give me the cheese and crackers in episode 2, so I'm gonna have to push you off this train.
No, I gave him some jerky. I gave Clementine an apple. I gave Ben cheese and crackers, and then I gave Kenny cheese and crackers.
He sold you out.
Who?
Well, Ben sold you out. He doesn't deserve any food on the Astronaut world because he was out hunting for food. And Mark, though, can we get a rip in the chat?
Yeah, Mark. Chopped off legs. Originally,
Mark is a man who's due after his death.
Originally, it was gonna be that guy in the woods. Remember the bear trap?
The camp director.
But they just had to scrap that.
Mr. Grouper is the best gym teacher I've ever had. You have to save him.
He let us play dodgeball.
We just want to play dodgeball in this woods filled with walkers, You don't understand where I'm coming from, dog.
Jeez! Oh yeah, by the way, also in episode 2, Ben drops a major bomb on them, and the bite doesn't do it. So in episode 3, after they stop the train, Katya just had to shoot herself in the face, and then she falls over, and then there's just a bitten duck against the tree. Kenny starts crying. Lee runs over. Kenny's depressed.
That's not even dead though. That's the real sad part. You have to mercy kill Duck because he was just going limp and he was.
Kenny turns depressed and he turns very sad. And then you have to either let Kenny do it or you do it. I'm not gonna let Kenny do it. You already know.
He's probably gonna shoot you in the face after he has to.
He probably would turn the gun on you and just go and then just let Duck bit him. Oh, I just realized something. They were foreshadowing Duck's bite in episode 1. When Larry said he's bitten.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
The boy is bitten.
So then.
But you all know at the time that no, he ain't. And we are started defending.
Oh wait, one second.
In episode 3, it was like, oh.
Oh, one second. Here's what happens next.
Kenny,
we have to shoot him or smash his head in. You don't say. But also smash his head in. Isn't that what happens to you? But also.
Holy crap! He's bitten. I have to kill him. Ducky could have pulled the no you card out on him, and he would have been like, oh, shoot. Larry was like, I'm gonna die before you are, and Lee was like, no. The only reason people sided with Kenny during the killing Larry scene was because he said he was gonna die first. Who's dead now, buddy boy?
No. Also, with Kenny. Sorry, with Kenny. Sorry. So after that, the reason I really like episode 3 as well is because we get Omid. Hey dude, I'm Omid.
I'm dead in the next 3 episodes.
I'm dead 3 episodes later.
Omid does that boost when he episode help Clementine.
And then we get the homeless man.
He was pretty lit.
I liked them.
He also got oofed.
Yeah, he got oofed by Ben.
Dang it, Ben, you done got oofed. You have to protect Clementine. She completely ditches her.
And then here's what happens next.
Sorry, but we
meet. Well, hold on. We'll go inside of a house. Then we explore for a boat, and we find the coolest character in the whole entire game. Don't care what anyone says. Molly. Well, I'm saying only for season 1. I'll tell you the coolest characters in season 2. Yeah, she's amazing. She's absolutely.
She can just ditch you and leave the entire season. She's like, oh no, you did me dirty, so I'm just gonna leave the entire season.
No, I don't care what anyone says. She's a good character.
I have the PPSH. I mean, not the PPSH. I got the M40.
But also the during the. Can I talk? All right. Also during the game. Oh wow. All right. Also during the game. With whatchamacallit.
You things are trash.
So they go to Crawford. They meet Vernon. They meet Bree. Bree turns into a zombie. Bree was actually a
contestant for like a contest.
Yeah, she won. So I was gonna say, Sam, take it away, because I don't know it.
And then she also gets oofed.
Yeah, she also gets oofed.
Because, you know, if you're a guest star on The Walking Dead, you're always getting oofed no matter what they say. Hey, I know that you're a guest star and you won, but you get to live half an episode.
You get to live. No, you only get to live a quarter of an episode. I gotta shut the door.
What do we do?
Sorry,
I like how they aren't even armed with weapons when they go to Crawford. It's like, okay, Lee has a gun, and that's it.
No, also Kenny had a gun. Molly had her axe.
Molly has a tomahawk.
Vernon had her. Sorry, Vernon had his Vernon had his dang little like Magnum. They had a hatchet. Kenny had his gun.
The Shadow Claws and Garage Kobe suck.
I know.
Using them.
Oh, so next episode 5, Clementine gets captured. Molly leaves. Vernon and his crew stole the boat. And yeah. So then, if you keep Ben alive at the end, Ben will fall. The balcony will give out. Ben will fall. And then
be like, well, I don't want to save you right now because I don't feel like it.
And then Kenny and you will go down there. Kenny will lock the door, shoot Ben in the face, and then
it'll be like, okay, bye now.
Okay, bye now. But if you kill Ben, they freaking risk their lives for a walkie-talkie.
The walkie-talkie, dude, it's limited edition.
Can we just clap for that?
Well, they didn't know zombies.
You already know where you're going. You know you're going to the Marsh house. Why do you need the walkie-talkie?
Hey, it's limited edition.
It's limited edition. It's a limited edition Clementine walkie-talkie. Clementine will get very angry if you don't have the walkie-talkie. Well, she'll also get very angry if you don't if you don't help her and save her.
She'll also she'll also be angry if you're not even alive.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find like the tank factory. Because I have the
Lee's like crawling in like, Clementine, I'm here. Clementine's like, shuts the door, jumps out the window. Questionable. Why didn't Clem try to escape?
She's a little girl, and the guy has a gun and a zombie head. I think it's best that she stays in that room.
He wouldn't shoot a little girl. Also, why didn't Clementine just open up the door a little bit, slam the pot on his head, grab the shard, and kill him? Because she's sure as heck capable to kill someone if she shot him.
Look at episode 4. She clearly did that with the zombie that was about to bite Molly.
Yeah.
I have better aim than Lee.
I bet.
Lee will not remember that because he's dead in 2 episodes.
Lee will not remember. You mean 1 episode?
Lee will not remember that because he's dead in 1 of 10 episodes.
Also, season 5 has one of the best one-liners from Omid. You ruined that guy's face. I was laughing during the stream a lot when he said that.
Dude, you ruined that guy's face, man. How do you feel?
How does it feel to be a murderer? Hey.
I like how me and Chris are just walking along as if it's an every day in freaking Georgia. It's just a normal day. People are
something else
that
happened. So basically we get that really sad climax at the end where Clementine has to kill Lee. I was crying during my stream.
Leave.
I was crying during my stream. Don't okay, bye now, I gotta go.
PewDiePie cried.
I cried. Everyone cried. Season 2. Start of the season 2, Omi gets shot.
It's a great
Hate this game. Hate this game. Yeah, and then Krista runs into the woods.
Is that a special zombie? It's a zombie. He's wearing armor. I'm afraid of him.
Oh, he's very strong. I shoot him in the head.
Shot him in the face.
Yeah. You need to knock off his helmet. So
he isn't alive anymore.
Basically, after we meet some new normies. We meet Carlos, Sarah.
My name's Carlos. I'm definitely a doctor.
Yeah, totally. He's not a doctor. I stitched
All he knows is the difference between dog bites. Like, because human teeth are as sharp and as jagged as that.
Yeah, because human teeth are that big. Judging by Hector's bite
from season, that he was a doctor, so he could stay in the group.
Yeah, I know. Judging by season 3's Hector bite and how small it was, because remember Hector, the uncle got bitten, and it was pretty small. Carlos should know whether a human bite, if he was really a doctor, he should know whether a human bite and a dog bite is which. So they leave Clementine in the shed. She has to go escape, stitch herself up. Also, Nick nearly shot her. Shot her. There's Luke, Pete,
in a shed that is
Alvin, Rebecca, Rebecca, who thinks Carver it's Carver's baby. Imagine that's the climax of just episode 4. Just the end is it's Carver's baby. Episode I forgot what episode 4 was, but seriously, that would just be hilarious.
Like, a group of really capable people who were dealing with who have done wounds before, Kenny with Lee's arm, and bandaged it right up good. He couldn't find out how to save a pregnant woman. Does not continue. Kenny.exe has stopped medical training. Does not continue.
Also something stupid. why doesn't whatchamacallit, why don't they just bring the saw with them just in case they have to cut it off?
Does not coon poot.
Also, so Kenny doesn't know how. If Kenny has seen this before, how come?
He had a child born.
Yeah, how come he hasn't? Sorry, how come he doesn't know?
I
just
think
stupid.
you need a band-aid.
I think you just need a bandage and that's it.
A band-aid should patch that all up. Really
Alright,
soon.
enough of this jabbering. So Pete could die if you go with Nick, or you save Pete, but he still is bitten. So now you're inside of a van with Pete, because we don't really care about Nick. Nick's stupid. So here's what happens next. Now that you're inside of a van with Pete, you have to he's gonna try to cut it off, but he doesn't cut off his foot. But guess what? Guess what next? He just tries to go and he like oh, we have to go find Nick so you can go say goodbye to him. He dies. The end. And then oh yeah, and then we get the best one-liner of Rebecca. So we get the best one-liner from the whole entire season from Rebecca. Get the fucking guns! My husband is out there. Which I just laughed at. So here's what happens next. We run, so they run a while until they find whatever. Well, hold on. And then here's what happens. Carver comes to the house. Sarah hides so well.
Good
and
job
she
walking
decides,
around when you're hiding.
And she decides to take a picture of herself. Or you take a picture of her. I think in my series, I took a picture of her. But I couldn't have known Carver would come to the house. So Carver came to the house, made sure I didn't tell him anything about them.
Hi, I'm Carver.
And then
after Carver was entering, she was like, yeah, I'm just going to leave this picture on the floor.
And then they left.
Know my beautiful thing.
And then they all left. So they all left the house. Then they found the lodge, and then we get the best thing ever. Clementine finds Kenny.
Hold on, Kenny, hold up. I'll be right back.
All right, I'm just gonna keep telling them about stuff. All right. After they find Kenny, you're gonna want to spam that hug Kenny button, because you know, Kenny is love. Kenny is life. All right. So after that, you meet Serena, Walter, and Nick accidentally shot Matthew on the bridge. So now he fell over and died. And Walter was actually best friends with Matthew. So now Walter's pretty pissed at Nick. But that's for later. But now that he's pretty pissed at Nick, he doesn't even know it yet. Next, what happens is this. So Bonnie from we didn't discuss the 400 days thing, but you can go watch that. Bonnie was one of the characters, and you can go and see her in all of her glory. But she's a jerk. I'm going to warn you now. She's a complete jerk. She deserves to die. So, yeah. So after the complete jerk shows up at the house, Walter gives her tons of food. Also, before that, they make you to choose who you sit with. This is some children crap. This is some children bull crap. So what happens next is Carver and his people come to the camp with Bonnie. Bonnie, screw you. And then when Carver comes, he takes you to his camp. And then you meet up with Mike, Jane. You meet up with Mike, Jane. What's her name? Mike, Jane. I think it's just Mike and Jane. I'm completely stupid. Oh yeah, also Reggie. Reggie gets pushed off a cliff because you wanna know what? Because Sarah does not know how to cut stuff because she got slapped earlier. Get over it. Get over it, please. Just get over it. Get over it. Get over it. Get the flip over it.
Michael returned to work, where his assistant Kitty greeted him with startling news.
And then, what happens next? Very shocking, very shocking. They decide to escape. Totally didn't see that one coming. Oh, also during this, Kenny's very funny. He goes, Carver. You're talking about Carver. And now it's fucking Bill? It's pretty funny. But what happens next is they just try to escape. They make a good plan. They go inside the horde. So they go through like the horde. Sarah is very trash at it. Then Carver gets shot. Sarah starts to scream like an anime girl. And then what happens next is pretty funny. Sarita gets chomped. You can either kill her or hit. You can either not kill her, but just cut off her arm, or what you call it, or kill the walker, and then later Kenny has to put her down. Either way, Sarita dies, and Kenny's pretty triggered at you for it. Yeah, but you want to know the same scream they use in episode 3 at the end of episode 3. They use in the start of episode 3 for that girl outside with Kenny and Lee when you guys are going back to the old place and you see all those like military helicopters and the girl that gets bit. If you leave her alive, then she makes the same scream as Sarita in the end.
It's pretty lazy, I gotta say.
Yeah. So, Sam, can you kind of not play a video?
I'm not playing a video.
What is it?
My brother watching Netflix.
Oh. Well then. Well, what happens next is you go back. Rebecca's about to have her baby.
Comes in
Jane
and shoots Luke in the face 3 times in a row.
Jane and Luke get it on, and then Rebecca has her baby, and then Arvo, this guy earlier you could steal supplies from him, which I already stole supplies from him in my game play. Tons of people die. Nick dies. He gets bitten. You can either save Sarah, but wait, she dies later. Shocking, right? And then
she's Sarah, so no.
So pretty.
She always had a freaking thing for almost getting herself killed.
Also, something really funny is in episode 5.
Love the most useless character in the entire game. Sarah or whatever her name is. I forgot her name. Lasts less than than freaking Rebecca's husband. Because, you know, it makes sense. Even though she's the most useless piece of garbage anybody's ever seen.
Yeah, I don't know why we still have her.
My only purpose is to make a future.
Why do we still care about her? Please tell me. I tried to care for her inside the game. Inside my streams. I really did try, but I just can't.
That death scream she did, she was like, "Hey, help!" It's like, how?
Like, Daddy, help me! Also, Also, she's like, I want my. Let's just go back to the house with my dad and everyone. Oh yeah. Also at the end of episode 2, you can get Walter killed. Walter already dies. You can also get Alvin killed. In my playthrough, I didn't get Alvin killed, but later he died. But he took someone else's life.
Alvin.
Carlos and Nick also got shot at the end, and Sarita died, and all 3 of them died.
I just love when Alvin, like one of the coolest guys in the game, because come on, where's the hoodie? That'd be cool. First he dies because of a jerk. I just love that guy.
And also something else that happens is you can watch Kenny beat him mercilessly. Oh yeah, also Kenny loses an eye. And he also lost his stash. His beautiful stash.
Oh no, my stash.
Stash.
My sanity's gone. You can take away my lover. When you take away my stash, that's when we get problems.
You took away my family. You took away my boat. You took away my...
Take away my family. I honestly don't have a problem with that because that's really... What, you take away my stash?
Hold on. You took my family. You took my boat. You took my sanity. Oh, that's fine. You take my stash. Oh, we got problems. So
you take my stash.
In episode.
You take Clementine. That's okay. I'll just yell at you a little bit. But you take away my stash. I'll beat your face in. You ruined that guy's face.
So they have a gunfight. But what surprises me the most, they all have guns aimed at each other at the end, and we hear gunshots, but nobody gets killed at all.
No, they all shot a warning shot at the exact same time.
And they ducked behind cover. Also, there was one Russian guy who was holding a rifle, but then in the next scene, he has a shotgun. So, also, Luke somehow doesn't see a crying, wailing, green blanketed baby in the middle of the freezing cold, where everything is white.
Oh no, I thought that's when everything was becoming cold, so the ground was a little bit green. But if you don't see a giant blob in the middle of the snow and be like, huh, that's normal, then, well...
It's also crying and screaming.
Oh, with moving and just crying and it's a giant green lump. That's nothing, right?
So then also something happens. Whenever a character pronounces that it's their birthday, they usually die. I like how when Luke pronounces his birthday, like above him was like high voltage, do not touch, danger.
Leaning on it.
Leaning on it.
It's my birthday today. And then Teltale was like, happy birthday, you get a river.
Happy birthday, you get drowned. And when you go save Luke, I don't understand why he doesn't just grab his machete, slice the walker in its face, and swim up.
Well, he can't move that fast. And when you're in water,
you see him like what?
When you're in water, basically all your momentum for like cutting things is gone because water is like slowing you down. So really,
then why didn't he shoot it?
Like,
he also had a gun, remember? Why didn't he whip it out of his because nothing fell out of his pocket. Why didn't he whip it out of his pocket and shoot the walker in the face?
It's also one of those split-second like reactions, Kenny. So what's he gonna do? And then in before Kenny is like, all right, Sam, I've had enough of your Sam moments where you're actually trying to be logical. Get out of my stream.
Get out of my stream right now. All right, so
get out of my stream. I'm gonna have to copyright your channel.
I'm gonna copyright your channel, boy. All right, but so
and then Jane later in the season. Arvo gets killed by Maddie B. Raps, who apparently survived the apocalypse that long. And Maddie B. Decided he wasn't going to take it with Clementine getting shot. So we turned into the Shadow Man from Shadows of Evil on Black Ops 3. Yeah, I know, this is a really confusing storyline. And then all of a sudden, Matty B. Raps summons an army of Roblox guests that kill Arvo and use his body as a Roblox pincushion. And then that's the story of how Matty B saved Christmas.
What? Alright, so here's what happened next. You go to the house that Arvo was talking about, because that's the only way to save his life. But no matter what you say or what you do, Arvo does not get shot by Kenny. I wanted Arvo to die, cause later he shoots me right next to the heart. Like Clementine has so many scars. So here's what happens next.
Literally, like everybody noticed Arvo had an AK and they had like a Glock, and he was pointing it right at the girl who assisted the other person in their group with stealing his supplies. That's not questionable at all.
Sam, can you please stop cutting me off? Alright.
No.
Alright, so who would have expected that Bonnie and Mike want to get away from Kenny? Because he's too dangerous. Go suck something.
Too dangerous. You lived with a guy named Carter. Anybody who's named Carter is a bad guy.
Yeah, literally, Bonnie's like, what's it called?
He's a nice guy to get to know him.
He kills 5 people. Kenny threatens to kill 1 boy. We had to get away from him, Clem.
We had to get away from him.
And then the original,
you helped co-run a camp where you slaughtered millions of innocents every day. Your leader pushed a one-armed guy you can't even fight back off a roof. You call Kenny, the guy who beat 1 guy up, who deserved it, dangerous.
Also threatened to kill him. So, in the original game, when the episode first came out on PS3, you were able to shoot Mike. Which,
shot Mike?
Yeah, and I wish that would have stayed around, because I would have shot him right in the face.
Yeah, I would have shot Mike, so eventually, when you listen really closely, you can hear Matty B. Raps say ooh.
Okay, just stop with Matty B. Raps.
I got that after this, like, Roblox parody, like, bully story where Matty B. Raps came and shot everyone.
Okay, just stop it. Alright, so, now that that's all settled with, we get Kenny and Jane drama for no reason!
Oh, boy! It's like one of those mother-father, like, argument sessions. And then
the kid chimes in, which is Clementine. Can't you two just stop it? Kenny crashes the car. And then Jane, the jerk, I'm not gonna pronounce her, leaves AJ in the car just to prove that Kenny.
He has 1 blanket, and the car's been off for like God knows how long, and like he has 1 blanket. He's a little baby, so he can't do anything to himself warm. In this truck seat, the window's open, so you know it's probably really cold. Just leave him in there.
Also, just to prove something. Jane,
I know he was dangerous.
Yeah, I know he was dangerous. And then, so whoever has lost their mind and shot Kenny, you deserve to die. But you should just look away.
Like, no, like in reality, like, I tried to prove he was dangerous. Yes, because Lord knows that anybody who gets their children killed, or anybody who like has a child get killed by somebody else, would be pretty upset.
Well, the best
natural reaction from Kenny, especially because he lost 3 important members.
Dude, he lost Lee, he lost Sarita, he lost Katja, he lost Duck, he lost so many people. He also feels guilty about getting Herschel's son killed.
Is it sad that I want a mod where like in season 1 up till like Duck's death, I want a mod where there's an actual like rubber duck in place of the real duck wearing Duck's actual clothes? And anytime it talks, it just like gets rotated a little bit, like those stop motion videos you see. Daddy, but I don't, it's like, Mommy, I was eating that. And like, when he said that, it's like his duck player model size just grows like 50 times the normal size. But Mommy, I was eating that.
Mommy, I was eating that. Literally, I don't know what happened to Duck's actor. Did he just go to the dentist appointment and then fill out his lines? I'm dying.
I like how even though he heard Lee, like, scream bloody murder about, there's Mark upstairs! Which he's been around since, like, day one. You guys should trust him because he saved your life so many times. That's just like, I'm hungry. I don't care if I have to eat my food. You're scaring the kids, Lee. People don't trust you or whatever was upstairs, Kenny. And I like how Kenny trusts you after you say that, or like whatever the line is. But Duck is like, I actually don't care about that anymore because it makes like some good protein.
Alright, so
it's all about getting swole.
So then everyone claims that the best ending is walking away with Kenny. No, the best ending is going into Wellington where you don't know that Kenny has died or not. Kenny dies when you walk away with him. Alright, now let's roll into season 3 because Michonne was already got roasted. Alright, season 3, episode 1, characters we don't care about. Mariana gets shot. Yay!
A baseball player who was like, you should have died a long time ago. I mean, you're fishing with a bat.
But look, there's Clementine! The only good factor about this whole entire season.
There's Clementine!
Backstory! Yay!
Gabe, the guy who, like, anybody would have taken an M9 Beretta to the face to just get out of his sight.
Yeah, hold on. This is what happens in a nutshell for Clementine's backstory. They use Kenny and Jane so disrespectfully. Like, Kenny instantly just gets killed. Kenny gets killed.
You didn't deserve that. He repaired an entire car, and then he dies because of... Why
would he let a child drive a car in the middle of the apocalypse and try to take the wheel instead of telling Clementine to slam on the brakes?
No, and I like how he was like, where's your blanket, buddy? It's like, you're turning around for a child who's screaming about, like, we're about to crash to find somebody's blanket.
And then Jane takes her life because she doesn't want to deal with another child.
I don't want to deal with you, bye.
Then why didn't you... Hold on.
You didn't want to deal with Luke the second? Is that how much you were just using him?
If you didn't want the child, then why did you do it with Luke?
When you know he didn't even have anything. That was his fault. He's dead. He got him killed. Basically.
Alright, so here's what happens next. Episode 2. We meet some jerk characters who raid a jerk community with all these jerks in it. Episode 3. We somehow need to care for our brother because he's my brother. Yeah.
He's my brother, even though he got so many people killed. But
Joan's a jerk. So we learned that Joan's a jerk, Clint's a bitch, and Dr. Lingard overdoses way too much.
And then there's like the actual mechanic dude who runs the store in episode 1 who's actually pretty freaking cool.
So we get Conrad. Conrad as well, who just freaking like, you know, Gabe, just shoot me already. End my pain and suffering, cause suicide's not a joke. Yeah. All right.
And then once I get shot, I'll be used for a plot device for Gabe to get Clementine killed.
Episode 4, character development. Love this
Almost
game.
getting Clementine killed.
Character development. Javi kills Joan. Character development. Episode 5. Trying to care about what choices you make.
No, episode 5. We literally took down an entire community of people with like 4 people in 2 guns. Do.
Literally, here's what happens. I don't know how many walkers there are. I don't even know where they are. How did Clementine somehow make it from Michigan all the way down to somewhere where it's hot? I'm not even gonna question. I'm not gonna question that law and factor.
And then it's just like, we took down an entire community because we believed in each other.
Episode 5. Trying to care about the choices you make. The only real choice is the end choice, where you either go with Clementine or you go with Jane. Yay! Sorry, Jane. I mean Kate.
And then there's Gabe's
Yay! You could let Gabe die and then let Clementine kiss her dead corpse.
Clementine wouldn't forgive you for that.
But guess what? I went with the good ending. I killed everyone but my... I went with the good...
Season 3 was basically just like, hey, you see Clementine? She's tried 2 seasons. Get her killed, get her killed, get her killed, get her killed. It's like it wants you to get her killed.
Here's what happens next. I get the good ending. I only kill my brother because he's the one who started all this crap. Yay, end of season 3. Alright, now on to season 4. First of all, if
Clementine talks to some people.
Okay, if Clementine needs to find a home, why don't you just go back to Javi? Because if you make the choice where you say, bring him back, why don't you just bring him back? Why don't you just bring him and Clementine back? Why doesn't Clem get a happy ending with a wedding scene with Gabe? Okay, I'm sorry. Alright.
Gabe doesn't deserve anything. Gabe deserves to get smacked.
Like Sarah.
Bad. You have thoughts.
So
this is a no-thought community.
Season 4. Lewis. Oh my darling Clementine. So now it's Lewis versus Gabe. Honestly, I think Lewis should win.
Oh my god, it's Clementine, huh? Your name's Clementine?
Ever
cookies, flowers,
ever have a boyfriend? So, Clem, ever have a boyfriend?
Oh my god, what? It's a perfectly reasonable answer. Well, to be honest, Lewis is funny, and his name is Lewis, so, gotta communicate it there. Gabe as well, gotta put this lightly.
And we get the most crappiest last scene ever. Here's what I would have said if I were in that situation. This is Brody's walker blood. Who wants to walk downstairs and see that her head is split open and I had to kill her with this bloody flashlight I have? And if Marlon points a gun at me, you're going to be like, you're really going to trust him if he's pointing a gun at me? So then I decided to beat Marlon up, and then AJ shoots him.
And of course it's The Walking Dead, where apparently at the end of season 1, I mean, at the end of almost every episode in one season, there's like, there's at least one scene where it's in the rain, and you have to beat someone to death. I mean, season 1 had it in episode 2.
Hold on. What did season 2 have? Season 2 had... Oh, remember the blizzard? The blizzard. That technically counts as rain. Blizzard. Remember with Kenny and Jane? What did season 3 have? Oh yeah, remember the final fight when it was all like dark outside, and it was kind of raining. Remember? It was also raining.
Here at Teltale Games, we have to have at least one sad rain sequence, so everybody feels for these characters.
And then this last scene. And also, somehow AJ has teleporting abilities where he can teleport behind Marlon and shoot him right to the face. So let's rate all these these Walking Dead games. Season 1, 9.
10 out of 10.
9. No, I would say 9.5.
I would say 10 because it really felt genuine.
It had one flaw. It had one flaw in it. No matter what you do, Carly and Doug die. Sorry, Carly/Doug die. Sorry.
What is Doug good for? Rigging, did I say what is he good for? I meant, what does he know? He knows, 6th grade physics class.
No, imagine you have Carly, though. She is a dead shot. Of course you want to have her on our team.
She's headshotted so many walkers that are so far away.
Actually, did you know that Doug, in the time he had, he never killed one walker?
He hit one in the head. His closest claim to fame.
When did he hit one in the head?
I thought he did one time.
No, he never did.
No, wasn't it in like episode 2 when you were coming back with those people? He was like, I got it, and then he freaking thwacked it once, and he was like, I give up.
Wait, what? What do you mean? But when we're coming back?
I mean, when they were coming back from the woods with the freaking body of one of the 2 people you left behind there with Ben, you're like, I got it, I'll kill this walker. Whacked it. Oh,
no,
I give up. And it's too hard.
No. Remember, he's still inside of the place. He's still inside of the
No, he says I got it, and then he freaking taps it. He taps the walker.
I don't remember there ever being a walker.
No, remember the walker that attacks Katya?
No, that never happened, dude.
Season 1, episode 2, when you're coming back with
yeah, he literally here's.
I got it. Whack. Oh, that was too hard for me.
Well, he didn't kill it.
Just ends the scene early. It's like, okay, I'm done.
No. Carly ran in there and shot it.
What did Doug do? Made it more angry.
Oh, pow! Smack.
Did I do it?
Alright, so season 2. Season 2, it did have some flaws, so I'm only gonna give it a 7.25. Because
Lee's gone. We all know the crisp voice acting.
Well, but we did have a flashback scene with him. See, we're not gonna rate 400 days because that's not even a season. Season Michonne, 3.5.
You already know what's happening. And no matter what you do.
The Walking Dead season 3.
2 because Gabe is in it.
No, I wouldn't give it a 2. I'd give it a 4 because I wouldn't give it a 4. You know what? How about a 3.5? Because Michonne had a 3.25. I'm gonna give it 3.5. It was just slightly better than Michonne because we didn't know what's gonna happen. Spoopy.
We actually had choices to make.
Yeah.
And you could actually play as one of the main characters.
The walkers didn't even
Gabe
matter.
Was severely incompetent.
The Walking Dead New Frontier. The Walking Dead The Battle of the Communities. Season 4. That's an 8. A strong, solid 8.
It tried to bring back what Season 1 could.
It's not even done yet, though. It's not even done yet.
No, but episode 1 tried to. So we only have like... Okay, so for episode 1 we rated an 8 because well, it's episode 1, it's always gonna have something serious.
So now that we've broken down the whole entire Walking Dead stuff, let's talk about the future of Teltale. Teltale is gonna be closing.
They dead.
Yeah, they dead. They completely gone. So all that's left, all that little hope is just to finish season 4. Because if they don't finish season 4, there are gonna be freaking mobs attacking them.
People they can't. If they do close it down early, what are they gonna do? I mean, they can't sell it to another publisher. They're not giving the rights to their flagship game franchise over to somebody who's like, microtransaction to let this one person survive for another 3 minutes.
Activision turns it into family-friendly content.
If you pay $5 now, you get to see this one person survive an extra 3 minutes before they eventually get gunned down.
Oh, this is Activision in a nutshell. DLC after DLC after DLC. Here, have an episode 5. Have an episode 6. Oh, here, have an episode 7. Oh, here, buy the DLC so you could have a Clementine have an extra knife somehow, and also get a skin for it.
Like, they gave 200 COD points. Well, at least Treyarch was kind enough to do that. They're like, here's 200 basic COD points. It's like, what am I gonna do with this? I can buy like 6 liquid divinium.
So that was the podcast. I want to thank you all for watching. Teltale be dead, R.I.P. in the chat. So I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next video or stream.